quite an eventful week, a week where we've seen a lot happening in Kenya and beyond, and in our borders across the globe. But it's your favorite show. It's Let's Be Real. And of course, I'm today with the two beautiful ladies by my side. And because it's ladies first, I was well raised. My mother well raised me to not introduce myself first. Ladies first.
Okay, so I think I'm going to start myself. I'm drinking water, but I actually sell wine. I'm drinking water and selling wine.
No, you preach
and
wine.
I am told if I sit long enough near you, I may just become in the class of Bezos.
Yes.
Because how many? Arthur Obel was from your village?
Yes.
Big G.
Big George.
Big George.
Yeah,
from your village.
Yes.
Who else? But do we say?
Many people.
Why? Oh, they all come from there.
Yeah.
Imagine, his neighbors.
They're all your neighbors.
Yes.
So let's drink more water, people. Buy some
there must be very handsome men in that area.
Okay. Of course.
Yes, it's because they have money. Anyway, hi, I'm Maria. Welcome back to the show. It's been a great week. I've had a good week, by the way. I've really had a good week. And every day I always say, I am so grateful and happy to be with this panel.
And I'm CEO Charles Otieno, the man, the myth, the legend. Have you heard?
The legend.
The man, the myth.
Why a myth? Why are you a myth?
The legend.
Why are you a myth?
This is so funny.
Why are you a myth?
The
I need
man,
to
the myth, the
yes,
legend.
man, I understand. Myth, why?
He's marrying a second wife.
Oh, that's a myth. You don't know? And the legend is because I'm a legendary.
Please, ladies, say no to him.
Which lady will say no to me?
Please, ladies, say no to him.
Why? Women want a man with money.
Yes, we want a man with money who is not married.
No, but who said I can't marry too?
No.
So
if let me tell you something, by the way. If a man feels like they are willing and ready to have another wife, they have just not met a wife who can use money properly. I'll make sure you're so broke that you cannot afford the second wife.
How can a low man be broke? Are you?
No.
How can a low man be broke?
Who can boggle you? It's like saying he's unbogable.
We are unbogable. Listen, let's start with this
Let's
story.
experiment for a week. Show me your account and we see if you cannot be broke. 1 week.
You know, I said in this show before I go to the story, that women just like to be shown the money, but not to use it.
Try me.
Remember that story?
Try me.
Women just like to be shown the money. It's fine. But now, let me tell you, last week, a major court case was decided in the Kenyan Court of Law, and it pitted a former MP for Laikipia, Kate Waruguru, and Peter Waweru, the husband, and an ex-wife, Sheila. And the court decided that Kate Waruguru took the property and the husband illegally from Sheila, and the court requested the husband, the former husband of Sheila, to return the property to Sheila, and Kate to vacate the house she had taken from this girl. So it shows that the man, when she met Kate Waruguru in 2022, they decided to move in together in the house where this man was married to this lady.
The marital home.
The marital home. And they had other properties. In there, the court papers read, and I quote, that Kate Waruguru went praying and pouring, doing incantations and kicking the evil spirits from that woman's house. And eventually, the woman was kicked out. The man also decided to transfer their property with this woman to Kate Waruguru's account they own with Kate Waruguru, which Kate owns 70% and the man owns 30%. Took his family home plus the other property and transferred there. So the court decided that that was robbery. It should be returned to the wife. Is it a case of promiscuity? Is it a case of wizardry? Or is it the case of polygamy? What is this?
Let me start.
Oh.
Let me start. First of all, I would like to request Kate Waruguru to give us the script.
To do what?
Of that prayer. Because how that script?
You want to go and...
I need that script. How do you pray and get what you want? Like
70%.
70%. That script should be. Okay, don't make it public because I have a husband. But I need the script. Please, let me see the script. I need to give the girl who is going to say yes to CEO. I need to, that person need that. But another thing is, I don't understand how people would intentionally, with all the strength and energy, target someone's man. Like, I want this man. And go for that man and make sure they get that man. Even with the script, even with whichever the means they use.
If
how
you want
do
your
you
own man, go and give birth to your own man.
Okay, even my sons have given birth to them, but they'll choose their wives over me.
Yeah.
Sadly. But here is the point. If someone can target, like I know, this man, actually for once I congratulate the courts of Kenya, that was the nice thing to do. However, someone targeted someone, went there with their, it's not with the wizardry, that script, because we need it, let's call it prayer, went there with their prayers, and then got 70% of the man's properties. And, like, just as simple as that. This is what we say. It's not polygamy, actually, because if it was polygamy, I understand you people who love polygamy, you say the first wife has to approve. So it's not polygamy. Yes, you people.
You people?
Yes.
You mean the Luos and Luyas?
Yes. Okay. So, first wife has to approve.
Yes.
In this case, this was wrong, unlawful, diabolic, but at the same time, if she could get a man by just prayers
And incantation.
and incantations,
Yes.
I don't see why we are getting saved every day, filling churches saying that we need husbands. We just need the script of Kate. As simple as that. And we target someone, we get them. And we are targeting handsome men.
With money.
There's no
Money
handsome
talk,
man who
bullshit
is
works.
not. Without money, you are not handsome, no matter how Alejandro like you look.
Money talks, bullshit walks.
And money talks, bullshit walks.
Oh, yes. Money also cleanses men to be handsome. So.
Okay. So what I can say is, actually, I want to steal your words. What you told me earlier.
Yes.
That, you know, sometimes ni kujikubali, kujielewa. I think Kikuyus need to become like Luyas and Luos.
Why?
Yes, and accept polygamy,
Yeah,
right?
they should.
Accept polygamy.
So
that
Kikuyus
it
have not
exists.
accepted?
They've not
They hide
accepted.
two girls on the corners. You
No,
can't
the
see the way
Kikuyus have
Masha
not-
has hidden
Kikuyus-
someone.
So it is completely disorganized, because like we saw last week with the professor, with the Dalmas Otieno,
Yes.
you saw the first wife, she's highly revered. And second wife, she has fallen in line because there's a pecking
She is
order.
a slave of a certain marriage.
No.
What
You
is
see,
slavery?
there's rules. There's rules and traditions, and there's a way polygamy needs to be done. Okay? So when now you begin to hide, you begin to do vichorochoro, gashugwa, of course, wanaitwa gashugwa. This is what happens. But me, I just want to give women advice. Because I've actually realized women do not understand the marriage law. A lot of women. So there is a marriage, you go to the church where it's one wife, one husband, and you sign to the exclusion of everyone. And then there is a traditional one, which all marriages must be registered. So if you're going to do the traditional one and it's registered, you cannot stop the man from bringing another wife.
Yes.
Now, should you sign the exclusive one? And now, this man, to the exclusion, he's now trying to be inclusive with somebody else. Go to the courts, get your divorce, because half the time, like we have seen in this, they're just looking for, to saw in Luya, we say, wabehede.
Wabehede.
What's that?
They want to know where it's already ready.
Oh.
I think my Luyas from my village understand me.
Yeah.
You understand me also?
Yes, I do.
Like you want where the food is cooked and it's already, and that's the tragedy of modern day polygamies. You find that, and that's what people are saying, it's wizardry. There's all people, and you know the internet has brought so many things about wizardry, about energy, about all these things. So like this Saraki lady, the entertainment purposes only. She was talking about how people are doing all manner of things to get men. Yeah, and it's true. You are a man, you should tell us what women are actually willing to do to get men. And half the time, they're not interested in this young man who is working hard to get. They're just interested, is it ready? Can I come? Can I need something, spray some holy water, or whatever
And that's
it is
why
she was
first
using?
wives suffer.
Yeah, that's why the first wives actually suffer. I think it's just greediness. There's no love there. People are just greedy, trying to sow where they did not. Actually, that's the meaning of wavihead. It's sowing, reaping where you did not sow. Yeah? And it's just promiscuity. Promiscuity, what did you say, King? It's even worse than what the fornication under
The king.
under consent
king.
of
The
king.
king,
It's even worse.
Let me tell you that this idea of women getting men has been there in the 15th century. It was very common in the European circles that women would put, you see what people say, that they thought that to attract a man you will take a piece, the meat you're going to cook and you put in your underwear and the undergarments.
Huh?
Yeah, and cook for the man.
Undergarments, huh?
Front or back?
Front.
Like,
I'm just curious.
And then when the man eats, he
don't try
starts.
it at home.
So it was a very big, if you read the history of romance and in the 15th century, it's crazy among the Eastern and the Middle Europeans. It was a main thing. It was a big thing that even some women used to put their menstrual cycle blood in food for men.
Who came up with that as medicine?
But wait a minute, you know there could be truth in it.
That was it.
Energy.
So the men that's how they used to attract their men. So that thing is when you hear that transferred later to African saying, amekaliwa chapati. So the Africans took the meat thing from the European to the chapati.
No, we already had our own kukaliwa chapati.
Which one was this?
You see, the thing is, even there's a lot of myths around it. I'm sure if you ask, you'll find. I cannot name anyone in particular. But if you believe in energy, yeah, the fact that the woman's womb is actually what creates. It's a creation, it's a portal.
It's a vessel.
It's a vessel for creating. So therefore, it has a lot of energy. And increasingly, it's not just actually about, there's a lot of people, you know, when you listen to a lot of people talking about this promiscuity that people have, they talk about be careful, because then you're mixing. It's not just about the diseases you will get. It's about the level of energy and soul ties. You actually, if you speak to religious people, they'll tell you about soul ties. And soul ties come from this promiscuity, because a womb is a special place it's supposed to create. So you have to be very careful of what is being implanted there. And therefore, if you implant a piece of meat...
No, but no, you don't, for someone's
You see,
food.
we have to agree that there is powers beyond. If you believe, unless you're an atheist, you must believe there is God. And if you believe in God, the big force, then there is also the evil force. So there is no way, if there is a God, there is a devil. There's no way you can believe the devil exists and God does not exist. It only exists, and then you must be an atheist. And I'm sure you're not. So only the people who believe in some power of force, of godly force, would understand what we're talking about, right?
But a man is so easy to get. Where would you go to the extent of you putting meat there?
Well, billionaires are scarce.
Yeah, people with money, you think you're just getting any man.
You're not just getting any man.
They're easy still.
How many dollar billionaires, first of all, do you know we have in Kenya? There's only, first of all, we are talking of 7,000 high net worth individuals, right?
Yeah.
High net worth.
You just need money,
And-
you don't need him, right?
Okay, so we are looking at the numbers, the odds. Okay, to actually live the life we are talking about, you know, the holidays, the kids, the schools, of group of schools. You know what I mean? So there's 7,000 of those. And that one does not include even the women. So cut off, it's half, 3,500 men. Most of them, maybe they could. And when we talk of high net worth individuals, we are talking of you have at least $1 million that you can easily mobilize in your account.
Yeah, you can mobilize and do anything with it.
And do anything with it. Not your primary residence.
Yeah.
Not, that is to the exclusion of the primary residence.
Yeah,
so you find the pool is reducing and reducing, and women are willing to do anything.
To get them.
Yeah, so if you have a bwana at home, look after him.
So you might end up...
A bwana should not eat anywhere else.
Eh?
A bwana should not eat anywhere else.
Eat where?
No, bwana, don't eat. Anyway, let's go to the next story. So, in the energy of the womb. Now let's talk about the energy of the womb.
Yes.
And its major job, which is
to give birth.
To give birth.
To create.
To create. So we have so many ways of pausing the creation. I don't want to say stopping the creation, it's pausing the creation, whereby we have so many means of family planning. We have the pills, the injections and all that. Talk to your gynecologist to see which one is good for you. A lot of people are resulting actually to the non-hormonal one, which is the IUD, because of the fact that it's just a coil you put inside, and then the work of that coil is just to make sure that there is no winning sperm. But in this case, a child was born holding it. Like, came out with one that failed.
Okay, came with evidence. This is the failure.
That child came with a failure in hand. So what do you
evidence that
think?
did you use this? Are you stopping me to get burned?
Yeah.
So what do we think? Me, I think, and what I've always believed. Now we know, yeah?
What are you trying to say, Dr. Z?
No, I'm trying to say that what abstinence, it is the only
safe way.
Safe,
100%.
well-known, 100%. It just shows all these other family planning methods are not safe and they can fail.
Yeah.
That is just what it actually shows. But on the other hand, I think it depends on how you're looking at it. So if you're looking at it from the point of the society and the church and the religion, it's about triumph over everything else. No,
that child is destined for greatness.
Yeah, destined for greatness. Triumph over everything else. Like we could talk about in terms of beyond, what are those headlines you guys use? It could be sensational. Beyond,
IUD.
Triumph. Beyond trials. Depends on how you want to use it. So you can look at, there's so many ways of using it, but me, I just have one conclusion: abstinence.
Me, I'll say one thing. By the way, abstinence is very hard in this era and age, but let's continue. Hey, Dr. C, don't look at me like that. Let's move past that. So, here's the one thing I'll say for sure. Now we know, and I'm speaking as a pastor's daughter right now.
Oh my goodness,
Yes.
There we go.
You see? I told you, depends.
There we go.
Now we know. Everyone you see on earth, everyone who was born, there is a purpose they are meant to fulfill, and nothing could have stopped them from existence. Mm-hmm. Every person that has come, no matter how you came, the method you came with, there is nothing that could have stopped you at the right time for you to come to serve your purpose.
That is the book of Jeremiah. I know you by name before you were born.
Good. So right now, the Bible has proven that this child was known by name. God knew this child by name. And this child has a purpose. Because let's also not forget that there are people who actually do not have the family planning, and they still, conception does not happen the time they want it to happen. There's a person who will wait for a year, and there's a person who you are expecting to have faster, it will not come. And there is another one that I did not want, but here the child is. That is why you find that family planning, they never say 100%. They've always said 99 point something percent, 98 point something percent. It's never 100%. The one that men think is 100%, this thing they called withdrawal, that one day, God will decide, there is someone who is destined for greatness. I'll make you so weak that you cannot stop them from coming. So
Which coming?
every person on earth, there's a purpose they're meant to fulfill. So no matter which method you are using or whichever way you are doing it, yes, I'm encouraging you to use it because you don't want 10 children, but just know that God could have wanted 2 of your children to be president or 1 of them to do something great. Because let's face it, if I was not born, all of you, like, you would not have known me. And you see the purpose I have for this world, the joy that I bring, even this panel. So everyone has a purpose. Nothing can stop them, even the IUD.
My problem is that my problem with the whole story is only one, because this girl, she didn't know that the IUD had moved. She didn't feel.
Is
If
that
she's
a real
sleeping with
story, first
multiple
of all?
people, it's hard.
Huh?
If she's sleeping with multiple people, it's IUD has high chances of failure if someone is sleeping with multiple
But
people.
you don't check it because...
How will you check it? You slept with this one in the morning, the other one is...
No, but you
Was
can
she
check.
promiscuous? Now that we are talking about promiscuity, I mean, was that on record?
It was not on record, that one. But all I know is IUD tends to move if it's more than one
But
partner.
when it's my question is, when it moves, are you sure someone does not feel this thing has moved?
If it
It
went
depends.
inside, it's hard to notice. If it went inside, it's hard to... If it moved, it could have hurt somewhere. That's moving. But chubulu,
No.
disappearing.
No. You know what you're trying to exonerate this girl from this? Because do you want to tell me she doesn't go for those 9 months? She got pregnant. She knew she was an IUD. She didn't go to the when she was going to for the antenatal care or prenatal care. She did not tell the whole story that I had a IUD, and
But she didn't know, okay, maybe she didn't know she was pregnant. By the time she discovered, and anyway, even if she knew, what could be done?
Nothing. Just
doctors
wait
An
for
can't
abortion?
move it.
They can't remove
can't.
it. Because
IUD.
unless you you can't. Unless
If it went inside, there's no way they could have moved it, and because without risking a child.
yes.
So they
She's a
had to
brave
wait
girl.
for the delivery. Yes.
So I think she was a brave girl. She knew she has, and you know, if you are IUD, does it stop your periods?
It doesn't. If
It
it,
doesn't?
stops, you're supposed to go and get it checked because it's not supposed to. It's non-hormonal.
Okay, I don't know. Yeah, it's non-hormonal.
It's non-hormonal,
But
so it's
some
not
of them
supposed
actually release hormones.
Some of them release hormone. Actually, I've had people complain of spotting, others. There is also some side effect that we are not told. We are told it's non-hormonal, but it comes with other side effect. Because I've had people talk about heavy bleeding after an IUD.
Because when her periods maybe did not come, then she didn't have presence of
If
mind.
she never had irregular periods, she would have assumed that
It's the IUD.
I am always irregular. You see, there are people who are always irregular. Like, my period come after 2 months. Others wait for... There are people who are always irregular and they don't take that as a serious thing. Yes.
So my problem with this girl is that she should have gone to the doctors and be checked, and a scan would have been done.
Or maybe they saw it, but the doctors
Why is
were
it a
like,
problem?
wait for delivery.
Because I'm just wondering that you have to wait until the baby is born by...
But the baby was born, the baby was okay.
The only I think there are cases like these ones whereby when they do a scan, they realize their IUD moved. They are like, during delivery, we'll remove it.
Okay.
The only difference is this baby came as a hero holding it.
And sometimes, by the way, it's even worse.
That is the
it
only
lodges
difference.
even in the brain.
Oh.
Yes. When you look at how many times, so it's not the first
It's
time.
not the first case.
Not the first case where a woman has gotten pregnant on an IUD, but it's the first case where the child comes
came as a
holding it.
hero.
This is proof.
That you are stopping me.
Yeah. You can't stop me.
You can't stop me. Alafu akuja kwe kichwa ngumu.
Yeah.
Maria, you say that men like which other one? You know Maria is crazy. I think the other methods is which one?
The withdrawal that men sing out here. But the lady should be very keen.
Onan was told to go and impregnate the late brother's wife, Eliezer's wife.
Oh, yeah.
But he did
Remember that
not.
story?
Then he went, and when they did their thing, when he almost died, he was removing out. And God struck him.
And then the woman went where and she pretended to be something else,
Yes.
and then she came and hid as a prostitute.
Yes, and
then
no, the third one, then the the last born of that family. So the man had 3 kids. So the second born was Onan. The third born was, I can't remember his name. I think the sons of Eli. So the third one, Eli went and told God, please do not send my son, this young one, to go and marry that woman. Because
That woman does not.
no, because he might die also. So the woman went on the road and pretended to be a prostitute and slept with the father-in-law.
and that's how the line of Jesus, King David and the line of Jesus
came.
is the same thing, like what you've said.
So, yes, it's the same thing I've said. If someone was meant to come, nothing can stop them.
Yeah. I actually heard
Come,
from,
C-O-M-E. Nothing can stop them.
yeah.
We are taking a short break. We'll be right back on Let's Be Real.
So what are you saying? Come, C-O-A-M-E?
So you're the one who asked. Welcome back to the show. I know you're having a great time as much as we are because it's funny, it's fun, and it's heated. Let's go to the next story. Dr. C, what do you have for us?
I have a prophecy.
Oh,
And what might be your prophecy, Madam Preacher?
I think we might be in the end times. So there was recently, wasn't this the church that says the world is ending?
in August 5th.
So, okay. Yeah, somebody came up with the story that the world was ending. A church, what was it called?
It's not a Kenyan church.
It's a Kenyan church.
No, there's a church, American church, which started it. But we also
We are just
claimed-
talking of the Kenyan one.
The Kenyan one that was supposed to end in August.
Church of Deliverance.
Yeah, Church of... Yes.
This Church of Deliverance, the one of Professor Award.
No, that is a church of
And they came and
repentance.
said,
Repentance.
the
Church.
That's
Church
a
of
mini- is a
Repentance.
ministry
Yes,
of
and it's
repentance.
associated, the minute that one. Yeah? So now the story, not the story, this is the truth. Their social media handles, Facebook, they have been hacked. So when you go there, you get the Mad Max Road.
Fury.
Mad Max Fury
As the profile picture.
as the profile picture. So this leads us to ask a question which I'm asking to the panel. If the pulpit seems to have moved to social media, you know, the pulpit was this holy space, whatever. Now it has moved to social media because a lot of preachers since Corona, and a lot of people I know, they don't actually go to the physical church. They sit at home and watch the Word of God, including me here, online. Yeah? So what does it mean if we are going to get hacked like this? And that brings me to why I said we might be in the end times. Did I say that? No, I didn't.
Yeah, we might be in the end times. But let me... You're talking about church?
Yes, we're talking
So I
about...
can take my full capacity as a pastor's daughter again. As a pastor's daughter.
You use this pastor's daughter when it serves you.
Yes. The Bible says, I will make you fishers of men if you follow me. When COVID happened, that is when the world realized that everything can be shut down. Everything. And that is when the church opened its eyes and realized, oh, this is a business and it can actually go off. If you remember very well, most of these churches actually owned schools. But do you know during COVID, so many schools closed because nothing could run them. So this business was affected. So when they came back with a bang, whereby now we are going to get clients from all over the world. Initially, a church was a community thing. This is your location. Where do you go to church? Actually, the one thing that people ensured that was near them was a church. Like, I live around this area. That's my church. Thank God for mainstreams, because if you go to anywhere, this is Catholic. I'll go to this Catholic. Actually, mainstream have that advantage. For the rest of the other Protestant church, that is not how it works. it is how many people can you gather in a room or in a circle to preach to them enough for them to get in and give good offering. So because of that, you realize that even by the uprise of so many churches, like every building has a church, you have to fight for a congregation. So when when COVID opened their eyes and showed them, oh, by the way, you can run it online. So right now, it's like, I have to also run the service online because I have a pay bill. So whoever is watching me from wherever they're watching me from, they'll give a pay bill. But it has to take a very, like, this was a sense of humor, first of all. Like, how can you be so funny that you decide Mad Max is the perfect profile picture of that church?
Yeah.
It has to take a lot of, I don't know, do I call it games or being evil for you to decide that I'm hacking a church? Because first, let's face it, if you're hacking a church, it means you're coming there to also preach. So unless you're coming there to give people false word, but if you're going to hack it and still preach the gospel of God, which is the same thing that you'll get from every Facebook page you open on a Sunday morning, every church is preaching using the Bible in every Facebook page. And that is why you'll find that a lot of people would not go to church, physical church, because there's a lot of hypocrisy, there's a lot of who said what, there's a lot of remain after church for another 2 hours. But here, I'll see it.
Mchango ya nini.
Mchango ya nini. I'll just take
The last
my remote.
mchango.
I just need a remote to listen to the word. And then after that, if this worship is not fun, let me worship. So it's more like the church has become a source of entertainment, and that's why we are online. And yes, it's the times of the end. But let's face it, even in the physical church, it's no different. There's still another social media platform, just in a physical element.
Maybe you could say fast.
You see, first of all, I was really surprised that the people decided to hack Prophet Owur's
But he's
Facebook
always on the
account.
radar. Like, he should know.
And Prophet, I know Prophet Owur very well.
If you know him, then you know,
I know
he could be hacked. He's on the radar.
He's a very good friend of mine.
What?
Yeah.
You keep such
This
friends.
guess I shouldn't sit near you
He's a
too
good
often.
friend of mine because we converse, we talk like I talk to. Because I always want to know what is his
And those people actually get healed.
ideology and what is the religious ideology. And I think he's a very sharp guy.
Yeah, he is.
Extremely sharp, extremely
Of course, he is.
a guy who really understands what he wants to do.
And what people
When you
need to
sit
hear.
with him in his house, Prophet Owur comes out as a very decent human being. And I've not sat with Owur once. I've sat with Owur maybe 4 or 5 times. We converse with these people in those long robes and all that.
That bad fashion sense.
Yeah?
Na hiyo script ya Maudita
So,
sasa utamleta.
so I do not see any
You want a
problem.
script? My guru's script.
I do,
Waruguru.
I do not see. My friends are very weird. I have people from all spectrum of life, from religion to politics to, because if you're in media, you must have people to talk to. So one day when I'll write a book of my meetings with different people, it will be a roller coaster because there are things which I don't say in public that if I publish for as the photos of those meetings, people will be, it must be as a bestseller. But what I know is that that church, the people misunderstand the world we are living in with spirituality and the world. People misunderstand because now, instead of just going to remove the photo, the followers of my friend Prophet Owur were saying that these are evil spirits. It's not evil spirit. It's only someone who is trying to tell you that you are very much in their radar. If you dare not talk what they think aligns to what is the gospel of universal gospel, they will remind you. And it was the picture was to remind them that you are, it's a subliminal message to the church. And if I was a member of that church, I would ask myself, why did these people post this photo? Because remember, Murdoch's Fury 5 is about someone on a motorbike riding with skulls all over. You understand? With skulls all over. I don't know whether you've seen that image. So it's a reflection point. My argument is that the church needs a reflection and ask themselves, are we on the right path or not? Why are people sending us this image? Are they seeing us in this image? Is this what we are portraying to the society? So for me, my argument is they needed to recalibrate and go back and ask themselves, why would these people post this thing? Are we in the right trajectory? Do we need to recalibrate our ministry and ask ourselves, are we reaching people, and are these people getting the message of Jesus Christ we are preaching? So that such incidents do not happen again, because the next time they will continue hacking and doing those things unless you change your ministry's liturgy and the way of preaching, because this is why I think they have a problem with. But the organized religion worldwide has been undergoing a lot of shifts and changes. And we need to understand that the world is not the past world where people, this is the information age, people can see, can look, can change. When the churches started, the Roman Catholic, when it was started, the churches have always been breaking because of women and power. Two things in history. All the churches of the world have split because of women and power. Nothing else. The Catholic and Martin Luther King split because the people wanted to get married. So they became Anglican. The King of England wanted to take a second wife. The Church of England becomes Anglican. It breaks away from the Catholic. So all the breakages, if you look at all the world churches, is that someone either wanted to take a girl or someone wanted power. And this denomination has always shifted like that. Until now, we have countless number of churches preaching about Jesus Christ, the same body of Christ, but different ideology.
So when you say power, does that include money?
Of
That's
course.
where we drink water.
Of course.
But me, I sell wine.
Plus, of course, money and power, money and women.
Yeah. But you know what me I want to say? This thing reminds me of, I don't know whether our viewers have watched Angels and Demons. It's a movie. I think you can find it anywhere. And in this particular movie, it's about how people there's about science and neutrons and protons, and people want to end the world, and it takes you on a tour around Italy, the Vatican, and how they infiltrate the Catholic Church until this bad person becomes the Pope. And once he becomes the Pope, then he starts to spread the Illuminati. I know it is actually, I think that's where the craze of Illuminati started from. Yeah. So they start to spread this Illuminati thing. It's a movie. This is a movie. And talking of the Catholic Church, it's organized. It's a very, very organized religion or church? Church. Where we have one central figure who is the Pope. And we see the Pope, we have structures, and I say we because I'm Roman Catholic. We have structures, we have everything. If the Pope dies, we know what has to happen. It's one of the best, actually, ruling systems that they exist. And so if the Pope says something, it's a representation of what needs to be. So now when you have organized religion, like you said, like now this is one church in itself, and the leader is prophet or word. And then you have another church that has their leader. If Dr. C starts a church today, I should register one, I'll be the leader. So you have one central big leader without, I'm not saying they don't have. So when the church then moves online, the problem, first of all, is that you notice Professor Ward's followers are saying this is the devil. Yeah. Because they see him as somebody who is so beyond. Yeah, he's so like holy of holies. He's so beyond. Like, this cannot happen to us. And when it happens, they see it as the devil. Now, suppose, you know, now these days there's this deep internet.
Deep fake.
deep fake internet where you can actually impersonate somebody. You think they are the ones talking and saying. Now he goes online and starts to spread these things, and it's not him. He starts to say these things that are not like real and mislead the flock before they actually realize it's happening. So the church needs to really worry. All the organized churches, they need to worry and take internet security very, very seriously, because it just means so that things like blasphemy, misleading, or even just obtaining by false pretense online
happen, yeah.
in the name of that particular church can actually happen. And in this movie, this is what actually happens. By the time they actually find out, so much damage had been done. And who is this guy who wrote, there's a book he had actually written. The guy who wrote Angels and Devils.
I can't remember.
Yeah, but no, so the church discovers in time in this particular movie. And yes, these are hypothetical things we are talking about, but they actually can happen in real life, such that the real flock is actually is misled to believe that this is happening. So therefore, we need to interrogate, and the church all over, if you have an online system, then you need to take online security very seriously.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think you've captured it very well. So let's move on to Uganda.
Oh, oh gosh.
Uganda is a very interesting, the Pearl of Africa, they call it. A country where Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, the man from Banyankole, has ruled for 39 years under an NRM since 1986. Most Ugandans know him as the only president, of course, because if you are born 36 years ago, you found him in power as a president, so he's almost immortal. And when Museveni was ascending to the throne of Kampala after disposing the great Tito Okello Lutwa, the man I consider who would have made a better president as well, there's a gentleman he fought with in the bush called Moses Ali, General Moses Ali, who was part of the NRA, the National Resistance Army then. Moses Ali retired from the army and became an MP, and he's been an MP for those 39 years now. He's 86 years as we speak. He's the MP for Adjumani and the Deputy Prime Minister in Uganda, Deputy Prime Minister. The gentleman cannot walk, yet he still insists that he wants to be on the ballot. And the other day, a video was circulating in the social media where he mistook a serviette for food and he was chewing.
Yes.
And people were trying to say, get that man out of public space. But the question is, the Adjumani people have never known another MP apart from Moses Ali. And they are not willing to let the old man step down. He wants the last term, 86 years in power.
He's a better leader. If
Yeah.
the people don't want to see, honestly, I had never heard of such a person until I saw somebody eating tissue paper. I even thought it was someone's relative from, because of the name, I thought someone from northeastern Kenya or somebody from the coast. I thought it was some Kenyan relative of, like I had never heard of that.
Yes, Deputy Prime Minister.
But that said, I just think so that what is happening in Uganda, the difference is the same. Whether they get him out, they get him in, it's not a democracy. It's a decoy of a democracy. So it doesn't matter. I mean, if they can come to Kenya and hijack that guy who was here, including, was their president saying, you will know this is not Kenya. Take them in. Some two lawyers who had gone to defend this other guy. So I just think,
Besije.
yeah, you know, if the top is the way it is, the difference is the same. And the main difference, what will really move the needle in the sack? Is that the English word?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Needle in the sack. Yeah, it is correct.
If that is what will move, is getting the leadership here to change, and I'm telling you, everything will change. For now, there's nothing to say. The difference is the same.
I think the people want him because they've not known anyone, or they don't know what good leadership is, or maybe he's a good leader. Even when he's very old and he can eat, okay, I don't want to say he can eat serviette. Even when yeah, even when he's very old and he cannot differentiate food and anything else, but at least in leadership he's okay.
So
it could be that, by the way, it could be that he's just the frontier of the leadership, but the panel that he sits with to guide, to lead, and to show what is right is actually full of good people because they're following his wisdom. And this goes without saying, age is a state of mind. In his head, he's full of wisdom, ideas, and knowledge of leadership. But in real, okay, I know people must retire. I know people must retire. The body has given up, but the mind has not. That's why he wants to vie again and again.
Maria, the problem is that this is a military government, so people do not know, but they have a choice. The choice in Adjumani is to elect a new leader and let Moses Ali rest. Because Moses Ali is too old. The moment he eats serviette in a public function, it means that his faculties are not working properly.
Do you want someone who can eat well or someone who can lead well?
If Salva Kiir is actually president, this one is just an MP.
No,
you need someone who can lead well.
You saw what Salva Kiir did in Russia. Well. When Salva Kiir was actually, Salva Kiir is the president of Sudan.
South Sudan.
South Sudan. You saw what he did when he met Putin. He completely forgot and he was there.
But that's the point.
And then another time when he was in New York, you saw what he did.
Yes.
He completely forgot himself.
Salva Kiir.
Yes.
Maria did.
I know.
But leadership is
and
good.
who said it's democracy? And who said we have to be led with a young, macho?
Yes, who can use cutlery?
So now, you guys, what are you guys saying?
We are just saying.
I just need a good leader, not a good feeder.
Listen, Moses Ali is too old.
He's a late bloomer.
He should just disappear from that political scene and allow the young men and women of Adjumani to take the mantle.
Do you know why he is alive, CEO? Let me be honest with you. Do you know why that person is alive?
Because of the party?
Because of the fact that his mind is full of leadership. He's leading those people. So he's busy mentally. If you tell him to rest, he'll go home and he might not survive for long. Sometimes we need to give these people a chance. If you've seen he's doing well in leadership, add him one term. That's like adding him more knowledge, more skills.
So now he's going for another term, eh?
Yes,
because
that's
he's
good.
going to win. So and that term is 4 years.
Does he have a son?
He's not a son. Sons.
He would have taught one of the sons to do the same as he has done.
No, he would have actually blessed his son and said, you see, this problem we have, listen, ladies, that's why we have a problem in Africa. That's why that madman from Cameroon is still the president at 90 years.
Because if he leaves, you're going to sentence him to death the way you have sentenced. What is the president of Congo? What is that guy?
Kabila.
Kabila, in absentia.
No.
He's been sentenced to a death sentence or
Death sentence. And to pay 38 billion reparation.
Is he alive?
No,
he's alive.
Somewhere. He's hidden somewhere.
He's hidden somewhere. Can you imagine
but
living
the question
your life
is,
hiding?
Africa must agree to have even young leaders. That's my point. My point
But young
is,
leaders are coming
Who is Africa?
hungry.
Africa is us.
Yeah, we the people.
Yes.
Then you have the power of the ballot.
Yeah,
So therefore,
the Ugandans, please do the honorable thing. Please elect Bobby Wine and elect someone young to replace Moses Ali. He served you well for 6 or 7 terms.
the
Let him
problem
rest.
is with the democracy. The problem actually is with the democracy. The fact that we are pretending to be democratic and we are not. Even America itself, that is supposed to be the big leader of democracy, they really are not if you look at it.
No, they're not. But
so we
I
are
know.
trying to practice democracy, and I've heard what you've said. So we need to find that form of leadership where the kind of voices you're having can actually be presented on the table.
Yes.
And be said. And it just goes back to last week when we talked about funding of elections. The way it is so expensive. Therefore, it's leaving out qualified candidates and marginalizing, especially women, the youth, and properly qualified candidates. So we need to find a leadership, not necessarily democracy, a leadership style where voices like yours were saying, enyewe, can you let young people lead? You get these muzee to sit there. And then the powers that be decide, not necessarily the ballot, yeah? But the powers that be decide, okay, kaa hapo, kijana kuja, kaa hapo.
But you see now people are the ones who
Let
are
me
voting
tell you
in.
why I am supporting young people. The president or the prime minister of Ethiopia,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, he became president at 39 or 30 something. What has he done to, if you go to Ethiopia, can you see the difference of what he's doing in that country?
It's day and night. My goodness.
You can tell a person who is young and visionary. The Grand Ethiopian Dam alone, which Egypt didn't want constructed alone, has changed the game on that area completely. Because he's a young man who really understands that water has, Nile water can do marvelous things. If you go to today to Addis, all the buildings, the railway lines, the water, the things are working. Things are streamlined. That is my issue. My issue is we wait for far too long to change leadership to a new generation which would have taken the leadership to a higher level by sticking around with the same politicians because we do not know an alternative. Yet we are given with alternatives which we could even try. Ethiopians have tried it and they're reaping the benefit of it. The people who have not tried it are the people who are fighting in Sudan, South Sudan, Uganda. They are trying to kick Bobby Wine. Kiza is in behind bars. Our dear friend Samia Suluhu Hassan has taken Tundu Lissu to prison because people do not want people who will challenge
The status quo.
the status quo,
No.
and which is a big problem to me.
Yeah. And
It's
you know
a
what?
serious problem to me.
I want to say something on that, which is controversial. Don't stone me, especially don't stone me. I agree with what you're saying. And for somebody to come and say, you know what, we're going to change the status quo. I really, truly I'm beginning to see.
Yes.
Eh?
Dr. Z, what are you
No,
trying
I
to
said
say?
it. I said it like 3 weeks ago, and I'm going to say it again. When I was talking about China Center and all these, do you know? I think Kenya is about to just take the turn. By the time we are through, you will be begging Ruto, ebu rudi tena miaka ingine.
Hapa,
And
no.
no. You know what?
You've said
You
I
know,
don't throw stones.
I don't throw stones. Just listen to me.
I had them.
I must say he's one of the young presidents. He's a young president. He's in his 50s, mid-50s. Yeah, so he's a young president compared to the other presidents we've had. And he has done all these changes that, yani Kenyans, you've screamed, you've done what through it, he has stuck to, even your naenda. Say what you want to say, yeah, but things may just really be, maybe they'll just begin to take the corner, yeah. When we have, everyone can access. Have you seen the construction going on in this country?
Yes, for housing, not for
For housing, yes.
But the hospitals lack electricity, a
places
generator.
like Singapore, countries like, this is how they got themselves out. I'm just saying that
Dr. C,
no, we have our chance in 2027.
It's true.
But I'm just preparing people
No, it's okay.
that the things actually in this country may just take a really right turn. We may really begin to see the fruits of the pain that we've gone through. Yeah? Like you said, he's a young person. You see, like this Ethiopian president, aliwambia, he was told, no, you can't go against the treaty. He said who? I will go against the treaty. I will build. There is no way the river can pass through Ethiopia and we are not getting
Waters.
the water. Do what you want to do, we will do it. And I saw that is the stance maybe our president actually took.
Like
and he's
where?
taken a, you see, if Shah can work,
It can't. It has not. It's
No, it's
tried.
not, but I'm just saying they're trying. If it works, if you know, I'm just saying that
C.
we will. No,
Dr.
we have
C.
our chance in 27. We will,
Correct.
Basic
Can I say
needs.
something?
Basic needs, Dr.
Dr.
C.
C.
Yeah, I'm not.
Say it.
We can say that
Listen.
if we had basic needs.
Dr. C, you are an optimist.
Stop being optimistic.
You are too optimistic.
It's better to be on the optimistic
And
No,
it's
no,
good to
no.
be an
Lose hope,
optimist, girl,
please.
because you will live longer. Otherwise, what this government has shown us
Aye.
is dust.
And I'm
Totally.
saying we can only take the turn for the better. It can't get worse than it is.
It's getting worse. Businesses are closing. Hospitals have issues. The health crisis, the delivery options, everything that is happening in this country, especially on the health sector.
I wish I was
economy sector, everywhere.
ladies,
It's crumbling.
I wish I was optimistic as Dr.
No,
C.
let's
our
lose hope.
listeners, I wish I was optimistic as Dr. C. But for
I'm
me,
very optimistic.
hope.
If you are a young man sitting somewhere, kuna kazi kwa mijengo.
Huh?
We start there, yes.
Which one?
Which kazi kwa mijengo?
There's so much construction work going on in this city.
Can you go to one
that people are having problems
Yes, go
getting
to that
workers.
one project. Go stand there and ask
Dr. C, where
check
do you
who is
live?
working there.
Me?
Yeah.
I live in Kenya.
You don't.
You
Dr.
don't. You are
C.
living-
I do. I live in Kenya. Listen, yeah? Things might just take a turn for the better. And I'm preparing Kenyans to be ready.
All right. There you had it from Dr.
But
C.
if what is the name again?
Who?
Adjumani?
No, the witchcraft, the one who prayed for someone's husband. Dr. C.
I was talking about Ketu Aruguru.
Yeah, I'm not in that group. I'm married to one man.
No, I'm not saying about husband now. We can use this. Can you imply the same prayers to?
It's a pleasure.